welcome back to Haunted Tea Time with Bri
and Liv.
So, we're gonna just start it off because the other night I had a little bit of a spooky experience that I want to share. So, basically, I was in my basement, and, like, side note, my grandma used to live in the basement. Um, she hasn't been there for, like, months now. This sounds bad, but, like, she is alive. Like, I just need to say that for the story. Um, so basically, I was hanging out with my friend, and I was waiting for like Netflix or something to load, and I got this app called GhostTube, which I saw. Um, Two Girls One Ghost. Sabrina was using it on a live stream, so I was like, I'm just gonna get it. It's like the same thing as a, I forget what they're called. The
REM pod?
Yes, REM pod. So usually they don't work, but this one I was like, let's just try it. So it was quiet for a little bit, and then all it said was Barbara, and my grandma's name is Barbara, and I was like, oh, and I just turned it off because like I wasn't scared, but I was like, there's no way, like out of everything, and that was the first word, and it was nothing else but that. Yeah. So I was like, that's like insane, and the person I'm with like was kind of just like, okay, and I was like, no, this is crazy. Yeah. This is cool.
Out of all the names.
Yeah, so that was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you feel anything like different during the night?
Not really. I mean, I feel like here and there I feel something, but I'm always like, maybe it's just my head. Maybe I'm just like making stuff up. But I don't know. Like, I feel like that's so improbable. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you should do that again.
Yeah.
That is so cool. What is it called?
GhostTube.
GhostTube.
Yeah. So I feel like that's the most accurate like REM pod app that I've tried.
Yeah.
So
I really want one, and like go to more haunted places and see what's out there.
Yeah, we definitely need to go back. There's a abandoned asylum not far, and we went once, but it was a quick trip. It was like
it was very scary because it was like getting dark and it was winter and there were people there. Oh, there were people that were like helping us in because there's a whole bunch of holes in the place and you gotta like jump up and it's like kind of like an obstacle course. And most of the place is boarded up. So these people were like helping us, but
yeah,
they're strangers. It was very creepy. But we got in and we went into the morgue and the vibes in there.
Yeah. It's just like, ooh. I feel like you were really feeling it because I remember like we walked down one hallway and you were like, no, we need to go.
I gotta go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was
creepy.
Yeah. There's one place. So the asylum is made up of like multiple buildings, and one time I was with my friend and we went to the other one. And this one you can't actually get in or anything, but we're just like exploring.
Is it the really
outside.
Tall one?
It's like across the street from that. It's weird. It's like next to a bar. It's very strange. But we're walking around and we just go up to one of the windows and we're like seeing if we can get in somehow. And we hear like walking. And me and her both like jumped and like ran because we're like, what the fuck? Like nobody can be in there because it's boarded up. Like this one is literally impossible to get into.
Yeah.
And I've never heard it so clear. And like we told our other friends, they're like, no, like you're just like you're bullshitting. I was like, no, like both of us heard it. Mm-hmm. It literally was as loud as if like somebody was inside. It was crazy.
Wow.
So, yeah.
When was that place shut down?
I don't know. We should like actually
look that up. I'll look that up.
Definitely.
I think in the 90s.
Oh, it closed in the 90s?
Yeah.
When was it open?
It operated from 1885.
Okay,
so there's some there's some stuff in the air
Yeah,
for sure.
1885 to and it closed in the 90s. So
Wow.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder why it closed. That's another thing to look into.
Um, I feel like at the time, mostly all psych centers were being closed just
Mm.
because, well, for here, probably state funding, but also there's something about them just being completely ended. Like there's still like asylums, but there's not
Yeah.
to that degree and like how they used to like those old medical treatments they used to use. I
Yeah.
guess they got outdated and they stopped.
It's definitely a creepy place though. I want to go
For
back
sure.
and investigate because the last time I went, I was with Grace and I saw a shadow figure, and
Hmm.
it really didn't seem that threatening, but I was just like, what else is lurking
Right.
here? You know?
Yeah, I think it's definitely a place to go back to. Um, it would be such a good spot to actually investigate, but I'm more scared of like real people.
Yeah, me
Like
too.
that's what scares me when I go there. It's just like you don't know who could be in there, like if they
Hmm.
want to scare you, but they take it too far. Like you never
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing. But definitely worth going back to.
Hmm.
But yeah, speaking on different experiences and such, um so I want to bring up one time that I again it's there's always stuff in my house. Like I haven't had anything recently besides like the other night, but I used to experience so much. So one time I was meditating and I remember I don't know, you know how in meditation like it's almost described as like going to different energy planes and such.
Hmm.
So I remember opening my eyes and just everything obviously looked the same, but somehow it didn't, and it didn't feel the same.
Hmm.
And I was like, okay, whatever. I closed my eyes, and then like I continue to meditate, and I see like a shadow figure, but my eyes are closed. So I see like I think he had a hat on. Yeah,
Skeeter.
is that right?
That's people have like all over the world have been known for seeing
Hold please. Continue.
people all over the world have been known for seeing a tall shadow figure with like
Mm.
what are those hats called? A top hat.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe that's what you saw.
yeah. And I didn't know that at the time. Yeah. So I saw it almost in like my peripheral, but like with my eyes being closed.
So like third eye.
Yeah, like it was totally something like that. And um I just remember not feeling I don't know if safe is the right word, but it just felt like it wasn't there to protect me. It felt like
Mm-hmm.
it was just trying to make me like anxious.
Yeah.
And it was working. Like I was getting very anxious and like stressed and I was like, that's
Yeah.
he's not here to like just say hi or whatever. And so then I just like brought my energy back down, like protected my energy, etc. And I remember looking it up and seeing like there's like trickster spirits on like
Mm-hmm.
different energy planes and how sometimes they're not there to like cause like actual harm, but they're not there to be like friendly. It's more just like let me fool around, let me like kind of scare them and
Yeah.
it definitely
Let
felt
me
like
think
that.
that you're let me make you think that I'm a demon.
Yeah,
That kind
exactly.
of thing.
So that's what it felt like.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. But
Ooh, was did you meditate after that recently? Like after that
I'm
time?
sure I did. This happened a little while back when I was like really big into like meditating and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it definitely happened. Like I definitely meditated after that, but I don't think I had anything like that. I also think I learned how to protect my energy a little bit more because at
Mm-hmm.
the time I was into like tarot and stuff, and I was like, it was a process of learning like you have to protect your energy because stuff
Yeah.
like that can happen if you don't. So yeah, it was interesting.
Do you ever imagine a guide with you while you're going up through the plains?
I feel like I usually call on like my spirit guides. So maybe like that would help like actually imagining it.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually I just like call on it more than anything.
That's
So
good. I did this guided meditation once, and it was like to get up like on a higher frequency, you envision yourself like getting on an elevator, but because there are so many spirits like between the planes, I think there's like
mm,
7 planes. This one that we're on right now being the lowest, there's so many spirits, it's like not safe.
mhm,
So they were like, imagine a guy. This can be, it sounded like I said a guy, a guide. This can be anything, any form. So I imagined a mermaid, and I envisioned
cute.
the both of us getting on the elevator and going up.
Mm,
And basically, you go up this elevator until you hit the ceiling, and then you envision yourself going out of the ceiling. And at this point, you're just like in a bubble,
mm,
going up and up and up into the sky. And while I was doing that, I was with my guide, but it was so difficult to keep her there, like to keep envisioning her there,
yeah,
and I could feel so many things around me even though
yeah.
I was on the highest plane. Could have been good stuff, could have been bad stuff,
Mhm.
but I was like it's really hard. I feel like stuff's trying to get into my personal bubble.
That makes sense because I feel like, as kind of how I experience, there's different things in each plane that want to mess with you, and if you have some type of form of protection, it's only more tempting to just like break that apart.
Yeah.
Did you like feel her energy still there, or
Oh
was it
yeah, it
just like
was
hard to
it
continue
was
imagining
I did feel it. But I just felt it kind of like drifting away and
it?
coming back, and it was very like maternal, powerful, feminine energy. Um, yeah, so that happens
Mm.
when I was meditating. Since we're on the subject, any more crazy meditation experiences that you've had?
Um, I feel like that's the only thing related to meditation. Um, but I've definitely had I have something similar. One time I was doing a tarot reading and then another is like from a dream. So,
Oh, I have a crazy dream. Well, kind of. It's real life too, to tell you
mm,
after
okay.
this. But no,
Okay.
you go
Okay.
first. You go first.
So, I'll start with the tarot one. Um it's a really simple story, but it was just such a like interesting experience. I guess I called them my spirit guides, and after I was done with the reading, I was like, "Thank you." And then my phone, which is far away in my room, it just goes off on Siri and it goes, "My pleasure." And I was like,
Oh,
yeah, yeah. And I
ew!
was like, I just remember being like, "Oh, thank you." But I was also like, "Oh my
Wow.
god." Like it wasn't even something that sounded
Wow.
like, "Hey Siri" or something. It was just like, "Thank you." And then
Yeah.
it was it was crazy. So,
Ew.
yeah.
So that's probably your spirit guides, or maybe a trickster spirit thing. Like, let me
Yeah.
pretend.
I like to believe it was my spirit guides because I don't. I wasn't talking before that to have it because you know how sometimes you say something random and she'll go off. But yeah, yeah. I just wasn't talking beforehand, and then I just said thank you, and it went off, and I was like, oh, like I feel like yeah. But anyway,
Hmm.
um, so for the dream one, this is another instance where I dreamed of something very specific, but I didn't know about it beforehand. I don't remember most of the dream, but I remember seeing the man with a hat. Or no, not with a hat. Sorry, it was the man that everyone sees in their dream.
Yeah.
That one.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll show a picture of him. And mind you, like I didn't know what this was beforehand. And he was telling me what happens after we die. And I was
I remember you telling me about
yeah,
this.
yeah. And
Wow.
for the life of me, I cannot remember what he says, which I know is like the most disappointing part. But
Yeah.
then I remember going to court and testifying for him and like saying on behalf of him that like everything he says is true and like this and that. And then
Wow.
I remember waking up and I was just like looking up like why am I having a dream of like somebody telling me that, like, whatever, like a really
Mm-hmm.
specific thing. And I found like the man that everyone sees in their dream, and he comes to you with like really important information. I was like, oh my gosh, like that's it was crazy. Um, but
Wow.
yeah, I haven't dreamt of him since, which is interesting because I feel like
Wow.
usually when
That's
I
me with Elvis.
yeah,
I'll get to
right.
that.
Like when I think about things during the days, usually I'll dream about them, or if like I'm with you, like I'll dream about the person I was with that day, and I have not dreamt about
Yeah.
him, even if I'm talking about him that day. So
Wow.
yeah, very
That's really
interesting.
weird.
Hmm.
You're the chosen one.
Well, I also think it's interesting because that is my biggest fear, and I think
Death.
yeah, so I feel like him coming
It's
to me with
reasonable.
that, yeah, yeah, coming to me with that information is like, I don't know, it's
Yeah.
very
Also,
true.
thank you. Very interesting. Raised Catholic, you grow up to believe that if you do one thing wrong, you're gonna go to hell.
Mm.
And you know that there's heaven and hell, which I 100% believe in. Um, I don't know for you, but for me at least, I was like, if I do one thing bad, like I had such a descriptive, picture of what hell looks like,
Mm.
and so that scared me. And I had such a descriptive picture of what heaven looked like. So being scared of death, you know, it's reasonable
Well,
when you're
yeah,
raised Catholic.
I think the religion is a big part of it just because when I was young, I was
Oh, the
so.
monster.
I think that um, growing up in such a like structured religion, um, obviously I believed in it when I was younger. I mean, it was around me 24/7. I went to like a school that I had classes for that and stuff, and
Yeah.
um, so I got really into it at some point. And then as I grew older and kind of changed my beliefs a little bit and just kind of was learning a little bit more of other religions and how like my mind works, I definitely strayed off of being Catholic. But yeah, in some ways it makes death a little bit more scary just because I don't entirely know what I believe in. Like I do believe that there is some type of God, but I haven't really taken the time to decide what I am and what I believe in, which
Mm-hmm.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
But it makes it a little harder to perceive death, and because I
Yeah.
don't have the comfort of like, I'm just going to heaven. Like
Yeah.
now, not to say I don't believe in it, but I don't know what I entirely believe in, and I think that's what scares me the most. Um, so yeah.
You should definitely read Life After Life because it's all of, like people who died and came back. Like either
Right.
there's really great stories, people who like had near death experiences and went up into the astral plane and talked to God, and God was like, you have two choices. You could either go back to Earth or stay with me. And like it shows all like their family members and
Mm-hmm.
ancestors and spirit guides around them, and they feel like such light and warmth.
Right.
And they're like, no, like I want to stay with you. Like
Yeah.
I'm not going back down to Earth. And then they're like, I have a family though. I gotta go back. And they go back down
Yeah.
to Earth, and that's how we have this story today.
Right.
But a lot of their stories are just like God is just talking with
Mm-hmm.
them. Um, and it's like this voice all around. It's not usually this person. So for some people, it is.
I feel like what you believe in is kind of what manifests itself because
Yeah.
a lot of people have the same stories where it's like I went into a white light and I felt this like overwhelming like peace and
Hmm.
what like just overall sense of I don't know, but um and like you said, some people can see God or something. So
Who is God?
yeah, you were saying how people can actually like almost envision him, like that's what people have said when they die,
Hmm.
or some people just hear it and like feel the energy. So I feel like if you believe in God in like a Catholic way or in whatever other religion you believe in, maybe it will manifest itself
Yeah.
for you. But um actually on that note, my dad had an experience like this. I've told you before, but basically he came home from work extremely stressed, like I don't know, overwhelmed, whatever. And he went to bed that night and he said he didn't feel like he was dreaming. And all of a sudden he was in this white light and he felt all the stress of
Right.
the day just like evaporated, and he just felt so peaceful and calm, and he was kind of going through, and he just heard somebody say, "It's not your time, we made a mistake." And so then
I don't like how they're like, we made a mistake.
yeah,
Like you're
right?
not. It's that's
Yeah.
like maybe like they got the name wrong or something.
Pick the wrong person, or like maybe something about the amount of stress he was under and stuff kind of almost, I don't know, put him in that situation. Then they're like, no, like you're fine, like you
Mm,
have other stuff to do. I don't know,
yeah.
but he
Been there, done that.
he woke up and he just felt this like overwhelming feeling, and he just started crying, and it's like I've seen this man maybe cry once, and
You
he
know what? My
says
dad cries too. Speaking of like God, he cries to the cartoon movie of Jesus, like the Easter film.
really.
Yeah, of him
Oh,
resurrecting. He'll just like see him on Easter morning, like
he's just like
sitting alone on the couch. Yeah, absolutely touched.
crying.
Yeah, crying,
That's really
crying
funny.
to cartoon Jesus.
Oh, that's
Carry on,
funny.
Liv.
Yeah, so he was just like crying. He said that he didn't even want to like wake up my mom or anything, and it was just he was like it wasn't a dream, like it just felt otherworldly, and I was like, that
Wow.
makes sense because you know when you come back from meditating or something, you feel so much emotion, or like when
Yeah,
you
you
come out
can
of a
feel everything
dream.
around
Yeah,
you.
so I was like, that totally makes sense. And he like to this day is like, yeah, I'm not afraid to die. Like
Yeah,
that feeling that I had was like it's insane, and
it's
if I'm gonna, yeah,
confirmation.
it's like
Yeah.
it's comforting, and if that's what I'm going to after this, then I'm fine with that. I
Mm.
wish I could find comfort in that, but like I
Yeah,
don't know.
you should read the book for sure. Cause
Yeah.
it's I wasn't really scared of death. I mean, if I overthink about it, of course I will be, but I was
Yeah.
more scared of hell.
Mhm.
So that book really just like touched touched my soul.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's not as bad as it used to be. I used to like spiral almost daily about it,
Mm.
but now it's a little bit better. Um I feel like I'm starting to form what I believe in and what I think does happen, but it's just more the idea of like I I don't want this to be the end of my story. Like I
Yeah,
want,
you want there to be more.
yeah, exactly. So that's the only thing.
Yeah, I
But
think if you feel that deep in your core, then you know you will get reincarnated. If you feel
yeah,
like it's not done yet,
for sure.
I
But
don't.
I want to remember.
Yeah, no, me too. I think once you get to heaven, you will. Like, you'll have a whole
Yeah, that's
timeline.
true.
Maybe. Who knows? So, we went to the same school. It was a Catholic school. And I don't remember what grade we were in, but we were little to the point where, like, remember when the little kids could only stand on the playground and the big kids, like, were by the
Yeah.
woods? And we were VIPs because our siblings were older, so they would let us go play with them. Um, so
That's
I had
adorable.
this dream that the four of us, her brother, my sister, the two of us, we were all together and just doing random things. Like we were like, oh, look at the owl hole in the tree. Look at this
Mhm.
stick, like playing with the mud. But like these little things, I remember so much of the dream. And I was probably like 10, I don't know. Um, and we were just like having a good time, like playing tag and stuff around the woodsy area. And I go, whoa, I just had deja vu. And I'm like, this happened before. Keep in mind,
Mhm.
this is a dream.
Yeah.
So I wake up, it's locked in my mind because I don't think I've ever had deja vu, but like I knew what it was.
Yeah.
And it was just a very powerful feeling because I'm like, no, this happened before.
Mhm.
So I wake up, and I think it's a few months after Belle and Justin invite us to the woods area, and the exact dream that I had comes true in real life.
Wait, was this when you were younger then?
Yeah,
Oh my god, wait, I didn't
yeah.
know about this.
I know it's.
Interesting.
I've kept it in here a while because
Yeah,
like I didn't really. I don't know when to share it. It's not usually what I talk about, but
that's interesting.
yeah. So and I said like out loud, "Oh my god, I'm having deja vu," because
Yeah.
like in the dream, it was like this weird like connection.
Mhm.
So
That
maybe in a past life we all knew each other and that
yeah.
exact thing happened, and that's how I knew that in a
Mhm.
dream.
Or even
I
some
don't
type of
know.
like prediction too.
Mm-hmm.
Cuz deja vu is weird for me. Sometimes I'll have, and correct me if I'm wrong on what like deja vu is. It's like you maybe I've had it wrong the whole time. Hold on, let my brain work for a minute.
Would you like a hint?
Yeah, tell me, like, define it to me
So
so I can use
my
my explanation.
version of deja vu is remembering an experience that you know hasn't happened before, but you could feel it. Like you remember
Okay.
all the details.
Okay, yeah. So that's where. Okay, thank you. Like, my brain needed a reset.
No.
I feel like deja vu a lot of the time is like, oh, I feel like this happened before or something like that. But so many times have I gotten deja vu in the way that I was like, I this hasn't happened before, but I remember at a specific moment thinking of this situation and now it's happening. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like
I
I've
understand completely
yeah,
what you
like
mean.
I've predicted it. So it's not even like this has happened before. It's like, oh, I remember.
Thinking of that
Yeah,
moment.
cuz
Yeah.
sometimes I'll like during the day I'll be like this is going to like something I'm not like this is going to happen, but it's more like I'm going to be with this person, I'm going to be here. And
Mm-hmm.
then
You just
a
know
year,
somehow.
yeah, a year something ahead and I'm there and I'm like, "Oh my god, like I knew this was going to happen."
Yeah.
And I need to I'm sure I've written it down a few times somewhere when I've had moments like that, but I got to start paying attention and talk about some of the
Yeah.
times. But yeah, it's
And
interesting.
you're kind of sent back to the time where, oh, squirrel, that memory was like
Oh,
constructed, I guess.
yeah.
Um, I used to have deja vu a lot in like fourth grade and about stuff that like happens today too. Like I'll have
Mm.
these visions and feelings too. Like I'll be like, picture fourth grade me having this vision. This I know it's in my mind. I don't know where I constructed it, where it came from, but it's there. And it's of me like being so happy. I'm like, older,
Mhm.
and I'm like with certain people at a certain place. Years go by and that happens. And I'm like, when I was in fourth grade, I thought this feeling and I'm like, I was I just knew I would be on such a higher frequency
Yeah, and I think that's interesting because at that time, were you still religious or were you kind of like leaning off it or what was it
then.
like?
Yeah.
You like still kind of were.
Yeah, it was really like 2018, 2019 when I was just like getting a bit more angsty teen vibes, or I was like, I don't like this.
Mhm.
And ironically, that's when a lot of spiritual stuff happened to me, especially like after the pandemic when everyone lost their minds. Like
Mhm.
that really opened my mind to
Mhm.
everything in the
Yeah.
universe and my beliefs, and you know, being in a locked, well, not locked room, but being in one
No,
place, not being
yeah.
able to escape,
Yeah.
it opens the mind.
The like
So
constraints that like a religion was making you feel. And there's nothing
yeah.
wrong with that, but I mean, I feel like some people just go through a time of being like, you know what? I don't love the structure of this. I don't love having to feel so cornered and that's
Mm-hmm.
fine and that's how some people find their own religion, whether it be like agnostic or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah, so I think it's interesting that even at fourth grade you were still religious and you were having moments like that, it kind of just shows that like this has always been with you. It was just
Yeah.
took a little time to crack it open. Like
Yeah, and I think back to when I was very young and I
mm,
was so connected with nature, and I'm like, I spent a lot of time alone, like actually in the backyard, just like
yeah.
being with nature, and I want to know if like I saw spirits because I don't I don't know if I would obviously remember. I obviously don't, but
Mm,
I felt the presence of nature all around me, so I feel like
yeah.
there was something more, but you know, people always say that children are very in tune, and
Oh yeah.
I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm getting more in tune, which
Mm-hmm.
is it's usually the opposite. It's
Right.
weird, but I like wish I could go back and just watch my younger self and just to like see if like something was around.
Yeah, I mean, that reminds me, I had an experience again in my house. Um, I don't even know, probably seventh grade, and at the time I was very into religion. It
That
was
was the
like,
time when I was well, I don't know. No, it was more 2021, like
mhm.
15 when I was like,
Alternative.
yeah. But go ahead.
Yeah, so I remember I was on FaceTime in my room, and I just started feeling like unsafe,
Mm.
and I was like, some like I don't want to be in here anymore, and I was like, all right, I gotta go because I was gonna go into the room next to me because I know my mom was sleeping in there, and so I hung up and I was leaving the room, and I like turned to hit the light switch in my doorway, and I see a girl standing behind me, and she had like long hair, not like the ring, but like long hair, and
Was it like black and
yeah,
stringy,
but like
but
I'm just
not
saying,
that
but
creepy?
not like the ring
Yeah.
girl, like not like that, but yeah, it was kind of similar in a way.
Wow.
Um, and I was like, oh no. So I went in the other room, and again, I was religious at the time, so it was just like, what's happening? Like, I don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
So I probably like prayed and stuff. And
Wait a minute.
what?
Was she kind of disheveled?
Mm,
Or could you just like see her hair and you
yeah, I could have
figure?
kind of just see her hair.
Because this past year, I wake up, it's 3 a.m. I wake up and I go to my iPad, of course, because I'm an iPad baby. And I'm like, you know what? Let me put on like a cartoon because I can't sleep. So I turn over and I turn on my iPad, and in the light shining, I see a silhouette of a very disheveled woman
Hmm.
with like long black stringy hair, very ring
Oh,
esque.
interesting.
So are we seeing the same person?
I mean,
Who
that would
knows?
be interesting. I feel like
That'd be
we
really
definitely
cool.
like have, but I think mine was like a younger girl. And I went into the toy room and I was trying to wake my mom up, but she was knocked out. She was like, I was like, okay. So I laid
Nap
next to
time.
her. Yeah, literally. So I laid next to her, and the whole night I'm sleeping against the window, and I just hear like
Ew.
all night, and I was like, and it wasn't even like a tree branch because it was consistent, and it felt like it sounded like a finger tap, and I was like, ugh. Like,
Ew.
and the next morning I woke up and I was like, I still felt this presence. And it wasn't even like my anxiety. I literally just remember feeling it behind me.
Mm.
And I sat down on the couch and I remember like praying and like, I don't know if I looked up like what to do or if I was just like, let me pray. So I remember praying a few times and just being like you're not allowed in my space and whatnot. And I remember after like a little while, it went away, and I eventually told my family that, and well, my mom felt bad because she
Aw.
just stayed asleep.
Dismissed you.
Yeah, I feel like I've definitely had a lot when I was younger happen like that.
Hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe
Wow.
I mean I was always going around to like old places, but
You gotta pick something up, or it